Please stand by. Welcome to Simply Sundays. Hey there, I'm Odell, the host and creator of Assassin Studio and Simply Sundays. For today's show, I want to share a short story I started to write, thanks to an older gentleman I ran into at the pier. Odell Benson, is the owner and sole writer of the content on this page. I appreciate all that share my work and show support. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Please take out a few seconds and click that subscribe button, and don't forget to turn your notifications on, so you'll know every time I upload. I may upload a few parts, but if you want to read the story and not have it animated, follow me on my Facebook fan page. Look under Odell Benson, the link will be in the description. Let's jump right into it. Every day, when I'm finished my run, I come here and watch the seagulls swim through the small currents as the waves crash against anything that doesn't move. Today was different. Today I met Abe. Hey Abe.
Hey there, Odell. How the hell are you? And how did we get here?
Long story short, I'm going to write a short story on our interactions and how we met.
Alrighty, what do you need me to do?
Actually, nothing. I'm just going to narrate this short story. But I did want to put a face to you, so introduce yourself.
Okay, so I'm Abe. I stopped Odell on the pier because she seemed really nice. I saw her talking to a few of the homeless residents of Pier 68. After talking politics, I found out she was a great conversationalist, and I needed to make sure I could keep talking to her. We swapped numbers, and that's how this story starts.
As you see, Abe is an older white gentleman ex-military, and is thinking about retiring and selling his construction business. He told me how it took him years to get a contract with the city of Philadelphia. When he finally did, he was able to do something that was worthwhile. He was able to build this beautiful bike and walk trail, overlooking the water, ending or beginning off of Pier 68, depending on where you start and how you look at it. We exchanged stories of him growing up at South Philly, me growing up in North Philly, and the differences between how we live today. Politics even came to play once or twice. He's a big fan of 45, whereas though I'm not. But who am I to down his thoughts? Instead, my goal is to educate him on the things he didn't know, and guess who said they weren't going to vote for 45 next term? We exchanged numbers, and talked frequently about a lot of different things. But the biggest thing to talk about was our homeless veterans. It was a big thing for him, just like it's a big deal for me. It's been almost 8 months since we met, and today is the first day that things went a little crazy, a little weird. Or maybe I should just say odd. From time to time, he'll talk about the days that he was in college. I knew that we both were students of the same university. Thing is, he's 30 years my senior, so there is no way we were on a campus at the same time, right? I actually didn't know how wrong I was. He didn't divulge to me that he was a professor once. An engineering professor to be exact. He would tell me how his students loved his mind, how he perceives things, and how he was able to cipher through certain things without batting an eye, and they enjoyed being around someone so humble. Sounds a little narcissistic, if you ask me. I asked what year was he a professor, and he stated it was between the years of 1996 to 2004, 4 whole years. We were on the same campus for 4 of his 8 damn years. I partied with a lot of staffers and educators, but I never heard of or ran across Abe, not once. But I also didn't take any engineering classes. All of my classes were pre-law, and I guess he wouldn't have come up in conversation while we're partying. Then there was the first missing student, and I knew him pretty well. Jack Worcester was one of my roommates, one of 8. But the only roommate that came up missing, that first year. What I remember is, Jack went off on the weekend with a friend, but he never came back to campus. We just figured he bailed out of school since he was having so many problems in one of his classes. Abe continues to tell me about this one student that he took out to the Poconos one weekend, but never said their name, or if it were male or female. He just kept referring to this one student, and said it doesn't matter where he goes, or what he does, He always makes his way back to this little pier. He feels as though he can visit Jack here, along with his other 10 friends. Visit them in spirit. He said it. He finally confirmed he knew Jack, but for me, I was a little taken back, because I knew Jack hated the water. He hated it so much so, that when we decided to go to the beach he opted out, and said he was going to stay back, but if we plan a hunting or camping weekend, he's in. So I'm not really sure why he would come to the water to think about Jack. It's questionable if you ask me. After our short visit, I reached out to Jack online, just to find out he never went home, and never reached out to anyone in nearly 24 years. Even after his siblings posting their mother, who was his best friend, was on her deathbed. Still nothing. I wonder if Abe knows anything about Jack's whereabouts. Or is he the reason for his disappearance?
On next week's episode,
Abe not only confessed to knowing Jack, but he also named 15 of the 27 students missing during the years I was on campus. I think Abe knows a lot more than he's putting on.
stay tuned for the next Simply Sundays episode.